Okay, so this morning our goal is to solve stage 1 of the Rubik's Cube. You'll have to forgive me because I mastered this last night. So if I lead you astray, we'll all just work through it together. So you're going to start with a cube that looks like this, and you need to mix it all up, okay? Then you're going to end up with a cube that's all mixed up like this. Your goal for stage 1 is to form a white cross. Okay, so you've got your 3 across the vertical and then 3 horizontal. All right, now there's a little bit of method to how to do this, although you may prefer just to solve it through trial and error. The method that I prefer is to locate my 4 center colors, green, red, blue, and orange. Locate those first, find the blue one, because that's the one where I'm going to start. Now the nice thing about these 4 colors is they never change position on the cube. They're always going to be your center color. I can change this, I can change vertical, but these are always going to remain fixed. So the order in which I solve these is actually pretty important. I want to solve for my blue first, and when I do that, it's going to look like this, where I have my white cross here, and then I've got 2. This happens to be 3, but I don't need it to be 3. I just need 2 blues here. And then I'm going to solve for my orange piece, and when that is solved, I have the white and 2 oranges. And then I solve for the center green, so it has the white and the 2 greens. And then I'll solve for my center red, which has the white and 2 reds. All right, so the first one I'm going to try is the blue. Now, I learned a couple of things last night that were really stumping me up all throughout the day yesterday. The first thing I need to find is the edge white and blue piece, meaning I have a blue color on one and a white color on the other. You can see if I'm looking down here, I don't have any whites. Okay, and that's not really a problem. It just means I have to do a little bit more looking. So I need to look all around my cube for the blue and the white edge. If I turn it here, I see blue with red edges, so that's not it. Keep turning. I don't have any on this whole bottom face. I'm always going to keep this Rubik's Cube up at the top. I always want to make sure I have that facing up. Look across the edge. All right, now here's one, and you might say, oh great, I found it. Okay, so you might think, great, I found a blue and a white. But here's the thing, this is what was messing me up. You can't find any blue and white, or orange and white, or green and white, or red and white. You have to find the blue and white that's in the middle. And so now I've got to do a little bit more looking. Oh, there's another blue and the white in the corner, but that's not going to help me. And there's my blue and the white in the middle. So I've located my blue and white edge pieces that are in the middle of the cube. And now I need to rotate that, notice this is the top, I need to rotate that down to the bottom face. So here's my top, there's the bottom blue and edge piece on the bottom face, just like that. The next thing I need to do is rotate the bottom around until I find that blue center, which is right there. Rubik's is still on the top, and I found the blue center. The next thing I've got to do is get this bottom blue up to the top. So I rotate it, and I rotate it. And this actually works out perfectly. So this blue side for the white cross is done. So I've rotated it up, my white makes this white of the cross, and I have my 2 blues. Okay, I'm going to do that exact same thing with maybe a few modifications for my next color, which is orange. So I'm going to rotate it around, oh, and there's my orange right there. Now I'm going to look all over the cube, starting with the bottom, because it would be easiest if it was on the bottom, to find my middle orange and white face edge piece. So I look across the bottom. Oh, there's an orange and white, but it's on the corner. That doesn't help. And, oh, there's orange and yellow. Keep rotating it around. There it is. So there is my middle white and orange edge piece. Now it's at the top again. Remember, I need to have it at the bottom of the cube. So I need to rotate my cube down. And now, see, this is the top of the cube, now my orange and white is at the bottom. Now I need to make sure that it's lined up with the orange middle, which it is. Okay, so I didn't have to do any extra rotating. Now remember, I want this white piece to be at the top. So I have to turn it so that orange and white edge piece is at the top. And now here's when a few extra steps come in. If this white is on the edge and not the top, you have a series of 4 moves to do. And no matter what the color, if it's always in this position, these moves will always work. The first thing you're going to do is rotate this right-hand side piece 1/4 turn toward you. The next thing you're going to do is rotate the top face 1/4 turn to your left. Then you're going to rotate the front face 1/4 turn to your left. And the last thing you do is rotate the upper face 1 to your right. Why didn't that work? Yeah, see, this is what happens. Try it again. Now, the nice thing about this is if you mess up, nothing's out of place. We'll just try it one more time. All right, so we go 1 down, 1 over, 1 over, and 1 this way. Oh, there we go. Now it works. So now, I don't know what I did differently that time, but I've got my white top and my orange. So now my 2 oranges are together, and I have 2 of the 4 white crosses. Okay, so the next color I want to do is green. Look down at the bottom, try to find my green face in the middle with the white. And once again, oh, there it is. Okay, so notice it's lined up with the blue. I need to line it up with the green. So I rotate it, there's my orange, there's my green. So I rotate that bottom face until the green and white is lined up with my green center. And of course my Rubik's Cube is always at the top. Okay, now I want to get this white face to the top. So I rotate it. And great, I like it when it turns out like this because I don't have to do that series of 4 moves. All right, and I've got one more color to solve. And that's my red. So look down at the bottom, here's my red and white corner piece, but remember, those do not help. I have to find the red and the white that's in the middle, which is right here. So I've located the one where the red and the white edge pieces are in the middle, and I'm going to rotate it just backwards here, so now it's lined up with my red center. Now, of course, I need this white at the top, so I rotate it to the top, and there I go. I have my white cross. Let's double check to make sure my sides have doubled up colors. Remember, this third one, it's just happened to be that this third one lined up. That's not necessary. So I have my 2 reds, my 2 blues, my 2 oranges, and my 2 greens. And when you've got all those pieces set with your white cross, stage 1 is done. Nice job.